Hello children, good morning and welcome back to your chemistry class. In the last class we have discussed about the chemistry of bases. Already we have completed the chemistry of acid. But do you know that when acid comes in the contact with base, what is the new substance formation takes place? That is salt. So dear children, today we will learn about salt, that is chemistry of salt. Clear? So you have to know that when acid comes in the contact of a base, there will be formation of salt and water. So you can take any example. Suppose I am taking hydrochloric acid plus one base, that is sodium hydroxide. When acid and base comes in contact with each other, then after there will be formation of salt. So you just see that from here acid releases H plus ion and bases Na, and it will form like this. You can see Na plus, it will form ions Na plus OH minus ion, and here it will form H plus and Cl minus ion. So what will be here, that this H plus and OH minus will combine together and form water, H2O, and you can see the cation Na plus and anion Cl minus combine and form NaCl, that is salt. Clear? So dear children, a salt has one cation, at least one cation and one anion. So salt is always ionic in nature. So you can see in this way, salt is always ionic in nature. It means that salt is one part is called cation part, another part that is anion part. So you can take one example. Suppose NaCl I am taking. So it has two component, two part. One is Na plus, another one that is Cl minus. So this is called cation, or you can say the positive part, cation, and this is anion. Actually cation is also called basic radical of the salt. Here the anion is acidic radical. Actually, why we are saying it as a basic radical? Reason is that the Na plus part comes from base. Which base? NaOH. And here the Cl minus ion, that is anion, is also called acidic radical. Why? Because it comes from hydrochloric acid. So NaCl salt formation takes place when NaOH combines with HCl, and then after NaCl formation, that is salt formation, takes place. Clear? Here one more thing you have to know, that a salt has one cation. Salt has one cation other than H plus. Clear? And salt has one anion other than OH minus. You have to keep in your mind. One anion other than OH minus. So I mean to say that a salt has cation, that cation that should be other than H plus ion. If a salt has H plus ion and no other cation is there, we cannot consider it as a salt. Like this, a salt has anion, and if it has anion other than OH, then it will be a salt. But if it has only OH anion and not other anion, then it cannot be considered as a salt. Clear? So dear children, you keep in your mind that basically you keep in your mind that acid when react with base, formation of salt, that is the main product, and side product, or you can say the byproduct, that is water, takes place. Now we will discuss what are the different types of salt. Clear? So we will start with first salt, that is normal salt. Clear? So first is normal salt. In normal salt, what is the thing which we have to see, that in normal salt neither H plus ion is there nor OH minus ion is there. Clear? So you can see that in normal salt, suppose I am writing HCl plus NaOH. Clear? So here you can see that H is there in hydrochloric acid, H is there, Here you can see NaOH, OH is there. So here complete, or you can say complete replacement of H plus ion takes place. And here in this case, complete replacement of OH minus ion takes place. So if complete replacement of H plus ion takes place here, and here in this case OH, then after complete replacement this will form Na plus and this will form Cl minus. So after this you can see that Na plus and Cl minus, after combination it will form NaCl, and then after side product will be water. So this is, in this salt, dear children, easily you can see neither H plus ion is present nor OH minus ion is present. So easily with the formula only you can understand it is normal salt or this type of salt. In normal salt neither H plus will be there nor OH is there. So it is a normal salt. In this salt you can see that complete replacement of Cl has completely replaced H plus, Na has completely replaced OH minus. So this is NaCl is a normal salt. Clear, no? The second type of salt that you have to know, that is acidic salt. In acidic salt, one thing you keep in your mind, that acidic salt, the replacement of hydrogen will be there but not complete replacement, only partial replacement of hydrogen takes place. Clear? And also in the formula of that acidic salt, easily you can see there will be hydrogen. Clear? So I am giving one example to make you clear. Suppose I am taking one acid, sulfuric acid. When comes in the contact of potassium hydroxide, it is acid, it is base. Clear? So two requirements already I have explained to you. Salt formation, two requirements are there, acid and base. So what it will, this acid is not going to completely replace all the hydrogen. How many hydrogen are there? 2. So it will incomplete, or you can say another way, partial replacement of H plus ion. So just after partial, or you can say it H2SO4 replaces only one hydrogen. So if it replaces only one hydrogen, it will form, the ion formation will be like this, H plus and here HSO4 minus. Clear? So H plus from here, and this OH has replaced two ions will be there, K plus OH minus. So you can see that H plus of this and OH minus of this after combination form water. But what about the salt? You can see that here HSO4, right, HSO4, and here K plus. So this is the salt, and this salt is acidic salt. Why? Because you can see there is hydrogen in there. KHSO4 is there. So with formula also, when you see the formula, easily you can see, or usually you can understand that this is acidic salt. If there is hydrogen in the given salt, then definitely it is acidic salt. Why hydrogen is there? Because such type of salt, the partial replacement of hydrogen ion takes place. So one hydrogen remains, and that combined with K plus and form this salt. This is potassium hydrogen sulfate. Potassium hydrogen sulfate. So what you can see, hydrogen is there in name also, in formula also you can see hydrogen is there. So it is acidic salt. Clear? Few more examples we have. So one or two we can see. More we can see. In if you take S3PO4 plus, if you are taking sodium hydroxide, acid is this is acid, this is your base, so this is phosphoric acid, and this is your sodium hydroxide. Clear? So here again the partial replacement of hydrogen takes place, and it will partial replacement of H plus ion takes place. Clear? but here it will form two ions, Na plus and OH minus. Clear? So this will, what it will form? It will form in this way, that PO4, it will form 2H plus. If 2H plus will be there, then here will remain only one hydrogen, HO4. Clear? Minus will be there, so it will form like this. After combination, it will form, and this one cation and this one of this anion combination will be there. So NaHPO4, sodium hydrogen phosphate. That is acidic salt. Reason, formula, if from formula you can also find out that hydrogen is there, and if hydrogen is there, definitely it is which type of salt? Acidic salt. Clear? And then after here OH, and here this one will form H2O, that is a side product. Clear? So acidic salt, in acidic salt the replacement of hydrogen takes place, but that will be partial. In normal salt that we have discussed in the first one, that is the complete replacement of hydrogen takes place, and that is the reason the salt which is obtained after mixing neither contain hydrogen part nor contain OH minus part. Clear? That is a normal salt. So this is all about your acidic salt. Now come to the next type of salt, that is basic salt. Clear? So the third type of salt, that is basic salt. Clear, children? Just like acidic salt that we have discussed right now, the complete replacement not took place in acid. Here also in basic salt the replacement of OH will be there, but the complete replacement of OH will not be there. Clear? With formula also, when you see the formula of basic salt, easily you can see that there will be at least one OH in its formula. So if one OH is there, easily it is which type of salt? Basic salt. You see, suppose I am writing PbOH whole 2, lead hydroxide, that is a base. When you react this base with an acid, suppose I am taking hydrochloric acid. Clear? So this is in this case incomplete, or you can say partial replacement of OH minus ion takes place. Clear? And here this is your acid. So what it is doing, just in this way, it is just forming an ion in this way. You can see Pb2 plus ion formation will be there when come in the contact of water aqueous solution. Then and it will form release. It will release in this way. You can understand it. It will release only one OH. Complete release of or replacement of OH is not take place. Clear? And it will form PbOH. Clear? So you can see that after replacement of one OH, here one H plus will be there. So one H plus and one OH will form definitely H2O. Then after here is PbOH and here is Cl. So Cl, that will be in the minus form, anion form. So it will form PbOH Cl. This is also a salt. And in this salt, dear children, you can see that OH is there. OH means what? Basic character. So salt is basic salt, and name of the salt is lead. This way you can write basic lead chloride. Clear? So this way with formula also you can understand that given salt is basic, neutral or acidic. One more example I am giving you. Suppose you take copper hydroxide, you take hydrochloric acid, same acid, same way it will be, there will be incomplete or partial replacement will be there, that will form water, that is a side product, and copper OH Cl will be there. This is also a salt. What is the name of this salt? Same way, basic copper chloride. Clear, children? So in this way what we have seen, that three type of salt we have discussed right now. One, that is normal salt. In this salt we have seen that neither H plus ion is there in the salt nor OH minus. It means that complete replacement took place. In acidic salt we have seen that partial replacement of H plus ion, and that is the reason H ion is there in that salt, that is acidic salt. In basic we have seen that incomplete or partial replacement of OH minus ion, and that is the reason OH ion is there in this type of salt. Clear? Now the fourth type of salt that we have to study, that is double salt. So it is very important type of salt that we are discussing. Try to learn, revise the things again and again. The next type of salt, that is fourth one, that is double salt. Dear children, one thing keep in your mind, in double salt there must be one dot between two salt. At least two salt will be there, and between two salt there will be one dot. Clear? So you can see, suppose I am writing CaCO3 dot MgCO3. You can see it is calcium carbonate, it is magnesium carbonate, and between these two salt there is one dot. It is called dolomite. You can take so many examples are there. Suppose you are taking FeSO4 NH4 hold to SO4 20. Sorry. Suppose you are taking K2SO4 Al2SO4 whole 324 H2O. Here also it is also a double salt. Here also you can see that it is potassium sulfate. There you can see it is aluminum sulfate, and between potassium sulfate and aluminum sulfate there is one dot. So double salt, that at least two salt will be there, and they are separated with one single dot. This is very important salt. You have to know this is the chemical formula also. This is called alum salt. So if it is potassium is there, then it is called potash alum. In Hindi you can see it as a fitkari. If it is sodium is there, then sodium alum, like this. Clear? So this is double salt. The next, okay, come to discuss the next type of salt, that is mixed salt. See, dear children, mixed salt means a salt which has either two cations or two anions, but there is one condition. Two cations will be there or two anions will be there. Clear? But there is one condition. Out of these two cations, none will be H plus ion. Means out of these two cations, no one will be H plus ion, and same way in this, if two anions are there, then one will be OH minus ion. Means OH minus ion will not be there, H plus ion will not be there. Clear? Then after, such type of salt will be mixed salt. I am giving one example. Suppose I am writing NaHSO4, sodium hydrogen sulfate. In sodium hydrogen sulfate, first of all we will check how many cations are there or anions are there. You can see it is Na plus one cation, H plus another cation, SO4 2 minus one anion. So out of these you can see the, as per definition, two cations will be there. So two cations are there, okay. But the second condition is that out of these two cations, none will be H plus ion. So you can see that one is Na plus, but another cation H plus. So this H, due to presence of H plus, it is not a mixed salt. Clear? One more example I am giving you. Suppose I am writing NaKSO4. Suppose I am writing NaKCO3, sodium potassium sulfate, sodium potassium carbonate. So first we check whether how many cations, how many anions are there. So you can see it has Na plus, here K plus, here SO4 2 minus. So first we'll check with our definition. Two cations, we have two cations, sodium and potassium. Second condition is that none of will be H plus, means whatever the two cations are given, one neither first or nor second one will be H plus. So you can see the first one is sodium ion and second one is potassium ion. That's why it is fulfilling the condition, both condition, cation condition and H. Neither first one will be H plus nor second one will be H plus. So both condition it is satisfying. That's why this is what? Mixed salt. Here also you can take the example. It is form Na plus sodium ion, here K plus, and here is carbonate ion. So here also two cations are there, but H plus is not there. So it is also which type of salt? Mixed salt. Clear? Condition you keep in your mind. Okay. And also bleaching powder also one more example you can take, CaOCl2, calcium oxychloride. Chemical name is calcium oxychloride, that is bleaching powder. So here we will check. So calcium, this is a structure. So how many cations are there? You just check. It will form Ca2 plus, one cations, anion, another anion. So the second thing is that either two cation or two anion. So here only one cation we have and two anion are there. So these, out of these two anion, neither one will be OH minus, other should not be OH minus. So you can check that first anion is Cl minus, here is Cl minus first anion, another one is COCl minus. So both are anions and it is fulfilling the condition of mixed salt. So that's why our bleaching powder is also what? That is a mixed salt. Clear, children? Now the next thing that we have to study, next type of salt, that is complex salt that we have to study. That is complex salt. I am giving one example. Suppose you take Zn NH3 whole 4 Cl2. This is a complex type of salt. With formula also, when you see the formula, easily you can understand that this is a complex salt. Actually, complex salt, when it comes in the contact with aqueous solution, this part will be ionized, but this part will remain as it is. There will be no ionization. Suppose you take one more example, zinc SO4. So when you take, when you keep in the water aqueous solution, it will ionize in this way. First this part, the second this part, that is will form SO4 2 minus sulfate ion. But this part, that is also called non-ionizable part, and this part is called ionizable part. So this will not ionize. This part will ionize. Such type of salt is called complex salt. Clear? And if you want to write its name, it is this amine group. So you can write, and 4 are there in bracket, 4 amine group is there. Can we write tetra amine zinc sulfate? Clear? So always keep in your mind the salt, different type of salt we have discussed. The first, that is normal salt, second acidic, third basic. Next we have discussed mixed salt. Then right now we have discussed this complex salt and double salt. This basic salt we have discussed. Clear? Okay children, now we will discuss about the family of salt. Clear? So the family of salt is totally based on same cation, same anion. I mean to say that if the different salt with same cation belong to the same family, or if they have same anion, definitely they belong to same family. Here you can see we have done the classification based on acid and based on base. It means that if any base react with the same acid, they comes under same family. For example, chloride salt. It means that if the base when react with hydrochloric acid, they will come under chloride salt. For example, you can see potassium chloride, sodium chloride. So they are chloride salt. Sulfate salt, if the acid is sulfuric acid, then the salt formation will be sulfate salt. For example, potassium sulfate, sodium sulfate. You can see sulfate is there. Nitrate salt, if the acid is nitric acid, then the salt will be nitrate salt. If so many examples are there, potassium nitrate, copper nitrate, like this, carbonic salt, carbonate salt. If the acid is carbonic acid, the base when after reaction with that carbonic acid will form the salt, and that belong to the same family, that is which family? Carbonate family. So many examples are there, potassium carbonate, sodium carbonate, so many examples are there. Like this way also the oxalate salt, if the acid is oxalic acid, if the acid is phosphoric acid, then phosphate salt. Clear? So these are the classification based on AC of different type of salt. Now we will discuss this chart. Here we will see that if the different salt formation take place, but if the source of base is same. For example, here you can see the sodium salt. It means that here the base will be sodium hydroxide. Here also the base is sodium hydroxide. So they both belong to sodium salt family. Sodium carbonate, sodium chloride, both are having the same base. You can see sodium hydroxide, so belong to the same family, that is sodium salt. Here also the second category based on the base, that is potassium hydroxide, that is a common base, and all the salt, potassium nitrate, potassium sulfate, potassium carbonate, you can see both have same or common base, that is potassium hydroxide. That's why they belong to the same family. Here also you can see these two are the example of ammonium salt. It means that the ammonium hydroxide is a common base between these two. Ammonia chloride, ammonium sulfate. So common base is ammonium hydroxide, and that's why they both belong to the same family. Here also you can see the fourth example, calcium sulfate. In calcium sulfate you can see two examples are given. One is calcium chloride, another one is calcium sulfate. The common base is calcium hydroxide. That is the reason they belong to the same family. So they belong to the calcium salt family. Now the next one is magnesium salt. So common base is magnesium hydroxide. Example you can see magnesium carbonate, magnesium chloride, magnesium nitrate. So common base is magnesium hydroxide. That's why these three members are the family members of magnesium salt. So in this way, dear children, we have learned the entire chemistry of salt. We have already seen that how bases and acids react and form salt, different types of salt also we have discussed. Also we have discussed the classification of salt based on their acid and bases, and also we have seen the different types of salt. How can we recognize by if you have formula, easily you can recognize which type of salt is this. So today we have discussed entire chemistry of salt. So if you have still any doubt, please ask, message, and try to revise the things. Thank you to all of you. Have a nice day.